Hi everybody, that's the football hype, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host on, and this is another episode of the insane asylum known as WFAN.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha, they're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha, to the funny fun.
Yes, welcome back to the football hub, where we talk about, of course, in many ways, the NFL, but we also talk about the insanity of the legendary radio station WFAN, which really is just another place you could call for Bellevue, or Creedmoor, or the Nervous Hospital, or the rubber room, the funny farm, and you have some real individuals there that are completely insane, and one of the most insane people is Joe Benigno. Back in the day, Imus in the mornings and his crew used to say that there was one guy at the radio station that would go on a killing spree. It would be Beningo. They even said back in the day that Beningo, if he was on death row, he would be the jet. Before they would put the syringe in his arm or electrocute him, he would scream out, "The Jets are going all the way," before he was executed. So this is how insane Beningo is. Now, he got himself in the hot water a couple months ago when he said that Tiki Barber doesn't do a good job because he doesn't care about the Jets. He only cares about the Giants because he played for the Giants. He had to backtrack and he had to apologize. Well, he's going on an apology tour after one day. So he does his regular spot with Evan and Tiki on the fan. And of course that is seen on SNY here in New York, which is the Mets network. Here's some awful announcing. He got himself into some hot water here this week. And hopefully you'll like this video and you watch it. Headline: former WFAN host Joe Benigno says he consulted Robert Saleh about playing Zach Wilson. This guy, I mean, who would ever text this guy? If you think Saleh texts to a radio host, then I don't know what to tell you. NFL coaches do not consult with sports reporters or media personalities on strategy and personnel decisions. New York Jets coach Robert Saleh surely didn't do that, although former WFAN personality Joe Benigno hinted strongly otherwise Monday. The former WFAN host, now I would mention, I'm a big Met fan, and I was not happy that he came out of retirement because I knew the second he came back, the Mets were not going to win the World Series last year. And that's exactly what happened. And I think that's why the Jets have been a disaster. He is a black cloud over some of the teams I root for, one team in particular that I root for. He needs to stay retired. The former WFAN host appeared on the Evan and Tiki podcast. It's not a podcast, it's a radio program. And talked about the Jets' recent decision to bench struggling quarterback Zach Wilson. Beningo, who hosts All the Pain podcast, said recently that the Jets should play Wilson. I could tell you right now, bro, he, meaning Robert Saleh, don't like Zach. Beningo said on Evan and Tiki, he don't like Zach. Why would Beningo say that? Because he's nuts. Because he says he exchanged texts with Saleh. Beningo recently mentioned 6 steps the Jets need to take to improve. I listed them. And number 3, I said, you got to go back to Zach, Beningo said. So he texts me back, and he might get mad at me for this. But I don't care. He texts me back and says, Joe, about number 3, are you kidding me? Oh boy. Podcast host Tiki Barber and Evan Roberts laughed at the anecdote, and Beningo did too before admitting he had paraphrased Saleh. It might have been, "Are you serious?" or something like that, Beningo said. Doesn't he read the text? Why did he pull his phone out? He's going to quote him. Fans on X and Twitter said the alleged texting seemed far-fetched. If it happened, it was inappropriate to share Saleh's comments, and either way, Beningo might have misinterpreted the comment. Let me read you a couple of tweets. This is unreal, from Roger. How is an NFL coach texting with anyone outside the organization about personnel decisions? From Luigi, he says, "Are you kidding me? Because everyone killed Saleh for sticking with Zach." It's from Gangrene Empire. If you think Saleh texted this to a radio host, then I don't know what to tell you. No way he put that in writing. Can't believe everything you hear in the media. Well, what do you expect from Joe? I mean, it really. But this is how the media is. The media causes trouble. They like to say that they don't. Uh, they like to pretend that they don't cause trouble. They like to be above the fray. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter what it is. But they cause a lot of trouble. And they don't just cause trouble in the regular media. They cause trouble all over the place. Because, and especially in sports talk, especially WFAN, they're insane. They're insane to begin with. Beningo should retire. I mean, just do us all a favor. I want to see the Mets win the World Series. Retire. The biggest reason he came back is that, I swear, he probably came back. He thought the Mets were going to win the World Series. He wanted to be on the air for it. He came back, collapsed. And now they've had to rebuild the club. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Joe. Go back to the nursing home. But people are saying, Mr. all day. But again, this is a pattern of insanity that the media brings to any subject. We know that some of these sideline reporters make up all kinds of stuff. We know that they start trouble with athletes. Specifically, this radio station started this whole kerfluffle with Carl Banks. They caused trouble for him. They caused trouble for and basically just random people on the radio station. You had the problem that started on the radio station with Carl Banks at the mid-morning show. Why is the morning program getting involved? Because that guy is crazier than Beningo. And this is another report on the nervous hospital known as WFAN.
They're coming to take me away, ha ha. They're coming to take me away, ho ho, hee hee, ha ha, to the funny farm.